Welcome to Bourbon School. I'm Lauren. Marianne's doing things behind the camera.
And I'm Brian, and today we are going to give you some great bourbons just in time for this freezing cold weather that's coming right up.
All right, Brian.
Are you used to it from me?
What?
You said you're used to me being rude. I'm not rude. Anyway, go ahead.
We're just talking about, All right, so today we're covering winter bourbons, and I think we didn't discuss kind of ahead of time how we were defining this. I think you kind of defined it how you want.
Yeah.
But it probably something I'm going to anticipate we have in common is that our picks are both pretty high proof for the winter time, and they might evoke some winter vibes. So
Yes.
you want something that's a little bit richer in flavor as opposed to lighter. Some of the wilder bourbons we've tried lately might even have a lot of fruit in them, which you might, it might be really, really sweet. And I think I kind of, not avoid them, but I just drink less of them in the wintertime.
Yeah.
What about you?
I went for ones that I know are going to warm me up. Just that I'm going to feel like the warm, like the Kentucky Hug, I guess you would say. They're just going to make me feel warm. So, yes, you're right. Usually high proof. And then a couple of, I don't know how to say it, a couple of flavors and flavor notes that just make you feel warm. And I'll explain as I go.
Winter associated flavors.
Yeah, and we should say this is Wednesday and it's balls cold out.
Yeah. Okay, so we're below zero on the temps right now. So,
wind chills,
stuff.
all kinds of nonsense in the cold department. So this is perfect.
Perfect. Yes.
All right.
We're on theme today.
Yes. Why don't you start?
Okay, so my first one, I'm gonna pull this one up. So this is a pick, a Maker's Mark pick. So this one is 111 proof, and one of the things when we were kind of starting out with bourbon, I remember you saying if there's ever a Maker's Mark pick, you always grab that.
Yeah.
So occasionally the PA stores will have one. But this is always a good pick. It's coming in at 111, so it's a little bit higher. And it has, it's aromatic, it's smooth, and it gives you, like you said, that nice Kentucky hug. That is perfect for a winter night.
Yeah, and it's got winter, this one particularly, on the side, it's things like clove, orange peel, vanilla, toasted caramel, it's probably perfect, wintry kind of
fiery,
warming flavors.
But delicate too.
Yes.
So this was my pick for the first winter pour.
Okay, so what I ended up doing was, as I thought about this, I came up with 3 types of bourbon that I think are good in the winter, and then picked an example of each one. So my first one is barrel proof bourbon. So for a barrel proof bourbon, I thought of a lot, Wild Turkey, Rare Breed, 1920, there's a bunch that you could pick. I settled on Knob Creek because I feel like a Knob Creek, now this would be a Knob Creek single barrel. And it could be a single barrel select or a single barrel reserve. But Knob Creek for me always drinks a little hot in a good way. You get the feeling coming all the way down your gullet.
Classic Knob Creek.
And it's caramely, it's a little bit on the sweet side, it's nutty, it's just a very warming, pleasant, wintry, this is one you get under your blanket and put on the fireplace and have some Knob Creek, and I think it fits perfect in the winter, so that's my first one.
And it kind of looks like it's giving me log cabin vibes.
Yeah, the way the bottle
it's got masculine energy.
It really does. It's a very manly bourbon.
It's a manly bourbon. Okay. So my next one is Stag, and this one's the hottest of all of my picks. So, if you just look at it. Do they shed their antlers in the winter? I don't know enough about stags. I was going to make a winter bottle connection, but that didn't land.
My high school mascot was a rapideer.
What the heck is that?
It's some
Just
sort
a
of
deer?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I feel
I've
I
never
should
heard of that
I should
variety.
know more, but I don't.
All right, that's all right. I won't fault you. So this is 127.8 proof. And Stag, you could tell just by, I don't know if you could tell from the camera, but this is a nice, rich, dark color. It has bold flavors. And because it's so hot, it's going to keep you warm on a cold night. We typically, we like a Buffalo Trace product, so especially
We
Stag.
didn't, but now we do.
Yeah, we do now. And I just think this is a great winter pick.
I agree. That one probably more than any of the 6 that we have is the one that gives me that like, just warms you right up. It is a good one. That's a
Nice
good
and
pick.
hot.
Yes. All right. The next one I thought because it's winter, it's cold, maybe you want something with a little more spice and a little more edge to it. So I thought, we don't usually go all the way rye, so I thought a boo rye.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I have never had, like, everybody raves about the High West Boo Rye and say it's great. It's like a limited release, but I've never had one. But for me, one that has kind of a punch to it, has enough proof to it that it does really give you a warming feeling, and it's got the rye spice and stuff in it, is Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. The cast strength, this one is 117.2. So that's pretty...
It's a good spot to be in.
It's pretty substantial, yeah. And I could just see the flavors in this one. It really does have a little more spice to it, and a little, like I always describe, like a rye, like it has a little more edge to it. It's not quite as sweet, and I don't want to say pleasant, but it's
sharper.
Yeah, that's a good word for it. But I think in the winter you want something like, if you came in from snow blowing, or you like were out working in the cold and you came in, this is one that would really like kind of cut right through and be a good pour to start warming you up. So I think that, and really any boo rye, I think would be a good one for this list. But this one really is potent to me. The proof really comes out, and I think it's perfect for this. I just slapped my microphone.
All right, my last one is one that we tried recently, and it's the Penelope Marshmallow Toast. And I think Marianne and I did a video for this. And it came out. I can't remember if it came out.
It's been out,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's been out.
Yeah.
Okay.
People enjoyed it.
It's just, we both loved it. This is on the sweeter side for, you know, for a winter bourbon, but I love it because it has the toasted flavor and it has that beautiful, light, sweet marshmallow flavor. This is 110 proof, and to me, like, if you're cozy, you're in for the evening, and you want something a little bit sweeter and a little bit different, because some of our picks, you know, winter bourbons can be a bit heavy, and it's hitting the proof point, but it's not too heavy, and it's got such a unique flavor. The marshmallow is to die for.
Yes, that's a good one. I like it. Okay,
If you can find it, grab it.
Yeah, good luck with that. My last one is going to be, so I thought about a finished whiskey.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Because it brings a little more flavor and a lot of times like a pleasant, like wintry flavor. I didn't want to do double oaked because we talk about double oaked a lot. So I kind of tried to think outside the box. So for me, what I think is a nice finish for the wintertime is a stout finish. And
yeah, because stout, it's a wintry beer.
Yes, exactly. Like when I was drinking beer, I would have stouts and porters in the winter. So I like the finish you get with a stout in a whiskey. I think I love that roasty, like that chocolatey, roasty coffee flavor that comes through.
Yeah.
Yes. And so there's a ton out there. I got a Clonakilty Imperial Stout finish that was out of this world. Breckenridge has one. Westward American Single Malt has a stout finish. These two that I have here, if you're not in Western New York, you won't find them. But these are both from Hartman's in Buffalo, and these are both stout finished bourbons. One's from the New York Beer Project, and that's just regular stout.
They have good food too.
Yeah, right. And then this one's from Ellicottville Brewing, and this is their chocolate cherry bomb stout finish. Yeah. So, but I like these because, like I said, they do have that like rich roasty flavor. It really gives a lot more backbone to the bourbon. And I think those flavors are perfect in the winter. Again, to warm you up, they're 100 proof. I think they might be both 100 proof. Yeah. So they're 100 proof, but they do still do the trick of like giving you a nice warm hug when you drink them, and that extra roastiness from the stout just really kind of hits in the wintertime. So that was my third kind of selection.
It.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So first thing we want you to do is let us know in the comments, what are your favorite bourbons to warm you up in the wintertime? What are you sipping on to deal with this freezing cold and in some places below zero weather?
Yes. So if you liked our video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and ring the bell for notifications.
So you never miss another episode of Bourbon School.
Cheers to winter. I hope it
Cheers.
ends soon.
Yes.